Sorry. Okay, who are you?
My name's Faith Oltman. I'm spokeswoman for ResponsibleOhio.
Okay, and what did you announce today?
Today we unveiled our Green Rush bus tour, which is a bus tour that's going to be going to all 88 counties in Ohio on a tour of the state to local communities and college campuses to get the word out about what the marijuana legalization amendment is and talk to voters.
What, I saw the pictures of the vehicle. What exactly, how's this going to work? What do you do when you get to a community?
Sure, so we have a dedicated bus tour crew, and that tour is going to go 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 3 stops a day to different communities and college campuses. We'll pull up to our stop. We have a big poster visual display, so some testimonials of what medical marijuana has done for some folks, information about local tax revenue, how we'll maintain safety, etc. And we'll be holding media availabilities and then also talking to voters who are interested and come up and see this big green Legalize It bus and our displays, and we'll just be talking about legalization with voters.
What's the big message you want to get across to voters? Because this is, when they see this on the ballot, it's probably going to be long and look pretty complicated.
Right.
What's your kind of underall, the message to voters on?
So we want to take streets back from drug dealers, and we want to bring tax revenue back to local communities. We want to offer medical marijuana compassionate care for sick Ohioans, bring tens of thousands of jobs and thousands of business opportunities, and we want to make sure that kids don't have access to marijuana by IDing them, because drug dealers don't ID to kids, and we want to make sure that marijuana legalization is done in a good way, and that we bring reform to the state of Ohio.
The other side's launching their campaign against you today.
That's right.
One of the things you're probably going to hear from them is this is all about big money business interests. How do you respond to that?
So I think they're all about the status quo and sticking to the status quo. And Responsible Ohio has come up with some really great solutions to the problems that we currently face. And if we stick with the same status quo, that means we're sticking with the side of the drug dealers. And we don't want to be on that unfortunate side of history. We want to bring, like I said, tax revenue back to communities. We want to keep it safe. We want to keep it well regulated. And we want to bring much needed reform to Ohioans.
Something I hear pretty regularly from businesses is they're having a hard time finding employees who can pass drug tests now. If this passes, it's going to be even harder. What's the counter to that?
I don't think that's necessarily true, and I don't think that's been found in studies. And employers will still have the same rights that they have now. They'll be able to keep drug-free policies. There was a study in Colorado that said when accidents happen on the job, people are no more likely to test positive for marijuana than a regular random sampling of employees. So I think there's just a lot of misinformation out there about marijuana. There's been a lot of mischaracterization about marijuana usage and employees and employer rights, but employers will still have the rights that they've had before.
Okay. Can people just walk down the street if this passes and smoke a joint?
No, there are rules and regulations. So you can't just walk down the street and smoke a joint, just like you can't walk down the street and drink a beer. You have to be in a private residence.
Okay. I think Ian said $20 million for the campaign. Does that sound about right?
That sounds
from
about
your
right
end?
Yeah. Yep.
So we're looking at big money. I mean, there's going to be a lot, I assume, a lot on the airwaves, a lot of ads. People are going to be hearing about this a lot in the next 2 months.
I think that's right. And, like I said before, there's some mischaracterization of our campaign and some myths about marijuana that we really want to debunk. Interestingly enough, I ran into a gentleman who was from Seattle. He saw our bus, stopped us, and was like, marijuana legalization has done nothing but good things for the state of Washington. I mean, that's one anecdotal experience, but we just want to bring the truthful message. We want to bring facts, and we want to downplay some of the myths and fear-mongering that's gone on. And I think that has, not just from our opponents, but has been a long time debate with people, and we just want to bring the facts and the studies and all the information about the good things that marijuana reform can bring to Ohio.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
Okay.